Somebody needs to let some of our players know we aren't dropping scores off anymore. That simply wasn't good enough. It's time for your weekly fantasy therapy session. It's time for the weekend wash-up.
Get around him! Get around him! Push up! Oh, and he's talking a bit of trash too!
What a joker.
He's coming off. Get him back off. Get him off. Get him off. Get him off. Rocket. We can't hear.
Disgusting football! Disgusting football! That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's giving me! That's why he's the GOAT!
Yes, that's right. It's that time of the week. We're back again. As always, I'm your host, Matt, and joining me is Dave on a pretty grim Sunday night here in Perth.
Yeah.
Both the weather-wise and our fantasy sides. Well, some fantasy sides, I should say.
Yeah, I would say some, definitely. Went
back.
all right. Yeah. And just like that, the slippery slope is no longer slippery. I've gone straight back up, mate, straight after the buys. So
Yeah. So you're not one for best 18s.
No, I don't rate them.
Don't fancy it.
Yeah, it's it's not what the game's about, really.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
No, you want the proper stuff.
Yeah, exactly. 22 players. Let's chuck them all in. So.
100%. And I tell you, it was good to have the 9 games back this weekend.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Does AFL HQ know that they don't need to overlap every single game? It's like they got so excited. Oh, my God, we've got so many games. Let's make sure nobody can watch them all.
Very, very weird, like the Friday night double header, and then today they crossed over as well. I
know.
The last quarter of the Crows game.
We somehow ended up with 2 games on a Sunday that I was playing soccer.
Yeah.
Made my return, by the way.
Yeah.
It
What'd
was
you play?
4 months. I was 2 weeks behind Errol.
Yeah.
Who had a pretty handy game again.
Yeah, yep.
No, I was about almost ready to black out after 10 minutes. So wouldn't quite be ready for an AFL game.
No.
But
Errol's pretty fit, mate, so got a long way
he's
there.
something else. But then, so I finished that, and then it's midway through the third quarter of the final game, the Sunday, which, look, we don't mind. We don't fancy going late on a Sunday. We get to record a bit earlier, but yeah, come on.
Yeah,
Fucking
and
hell.
you'd think there'd be like 3 games on the Sunday as well.
I just don't.
Like an early morning game
Maybe
kind of
you don't have the 2 on the Sunday night if you want to try the Friday double header. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway,
that's
pretty,
okay.
Pretty bizarre stuff.
Okay, so what did you... should we get into the scores, or do we want to... should we mention Discord?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, as always, the Discord's still up, so
Yes.
Hosting the trade talks on Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
I've
got to quickly apologise.
Oh, yeah. Who did you...
I got a little bit hot on Dylan Moore for some... And maybe that was just I saw red with Caleb Daniel. I said he has to go.
Yes, I know. I was kind of
Because
like, is it really worth
And
it?
is it worth it? And in hindsight,
No.
it probably was a bit sideways. You're trading a bot for a bot.
So maybe people won't...
just come in for the banter. Maybe don't listen to the advice.
It's more about the
No.
banter anyway. But I don't think I mentioned this last week, but the link is in our bios and description as well.
Yes,
so.
to join.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Free to join.
Yeah, free to join. What'd you score, mate?
What did I score? I went 22.73, which frankly, it's round 17 and I'm scoring 2,200. That's just not good enough. Somehow that shit moves me up. So it must have just been just a disastrous weekend for a few coaches.
How many spots did you go up?
It's like 600.
To where?
So 4.4.
I won't spit out water today.
No, but I'm working.
No, you're working up.
What are we saying? Like top, top 2K is definitely within reach.
Yeah. No, you can't.
Yeah, look. Yeah, so I think that was actually definitely above par.
Yeah.
I know that I am at a shit rank, so it's not hard to move up. But
Well, I don't know. There's
seeing
still a
some
lot
of the scores around, there were some poor ones.
Mate, as we mentioned about Tom McCarthy last week, his ownership was 40%. So there's still
Yeah, there is a lot of people playing.
40,000 coaches
you're right.
playing. So.
No, you're right.
But yeah, I went 2,363.
Massive.
Yeah, so that's brought me back up to 1,010. So I think going into the buys, I was 1,040.
Okay.
So
So you've made that ground back up.
made the ground back up,
Nice.
basically, after just, I don't know, sliding down. But yeah, 439 points off the cap.
Well, how much do you reckon you made on par this week? You made a good
100 points, I reckon.
80 at least.
Yeah, probably 80.
What is there? So mathematically, You repeat that, it's possible.
Yeah.
You repeat that every week for the next 7 weeks, it's possible.
I almost certainly will not. You know,
No, you certainly will not.
I had Isaac Rankin score 100 in the forward pocket.
Kick 5 goals, yeah.
Things like that went my way this week. So yeah,
No, that's massive.
How was your trades?
Yeah, my trades, they were actually okay. It was a bit of a shambles on Saturday.
Yeah.
Of course, the Bailey Smith laid out. And, I mean, Geelong, it's getting embarrassing now. You're playing fucking Richmond boys.
Yeah.
Like, this is not... And also, sure... no, if it was a big game, like a Bailey Smith laid out that would tactically move the needle because they would have planned for him.
Yeah.
But it's Richmond.
Yeah.
Like, come on. They're purposely doing it because to, like, just take the piss out of us.
Yeah.
And all the punters.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
I don't like it.
Yeah, it's pretty off. And, like, I wonder what he's done.
Well, illness, apparently.
Is that what they said?
Is that a strike?
Oh, yeah, strike. Oh, God.
Whenever I
Coming
hear
off the bye.
players don't miss with illness, come on. I guess, like, maybe if he was under the weather, it's Richmond.
Yeah. No, it might
Understandable.
have been. Well, so you moved him?
I moved him, yeah. So firstly, I did Boxall to Roaston, who was on 0 at quarter time, and I was at the game, and I actually totally forgot he was playing.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh my God. Realised in the second quarter, I didn't know what he looked like. Yeah. Didn't actually see him the entire game. I couldn't have told you he was out there, but he got to 55, so that was all right. He's going to move up towards 400k. I need that cash.
Yeah, it's 190k now, went up 64.
So then I had JHF going out to Myers. Mm-hmm. Purely rage trade that.
Yeah.
I think I was happy to admit that. But then I thought, I had a look and who would cover, because I saw some people had Kako, who scored like 80. So if you had like a decent score to cover, it was fair enough to hold him. But I was looking at Isaac Keeler and his recent 30s going, nah, I can't. We're not doing this. So Baz had to go. So Baz went to Myers, which left me 540k in the bank. And in the end, Keeler scored, I think he had one disposal in like 13 points.
So yeah, that was a great move.
So it saved me 72. I would have barely gone 2200 if I didn't do that.
Well, what did Myers score? He scored like...
Or I was always getting Myers. So Myers was coming in for JHF. Yeah, Myers did go 102.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, so now I'm sitting here with like over 500k in the bank, and I'm thinking... Maybe I just take Baz on. He's too much bullshit from Baz.
Yeah, okay.
Bit of me.
Well, you reckon, he could get tagged, but probably Holmes in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, well, Holmes has been too good to not get tagged, you'd have to say. But yeah,
anyway,
nice. So look, B+, I gave that.
Nicely done.
All right.
Yeah, I went with the Boxall to Roaston move as well. And then I went, I was playing when Baz was laid out, so... Obviously had to hold him, and I had Loman as backup, so he went okay, apart from his -1 in the last quarter.
Well, I'm looking at this, and I don't think you could have moved him anyway, because a lot of people were like you, and I think George was the same, and a lot wouldn't have been able to change a trade.
Actually, no, I don't think
so.
I wouldn't have.
It was lucky enough that because I didn't get Caldwell in, and move that around, that I was actually. But
fine. I wanted Caldwell in. I think, thought he was the. He looked like the clear go-to option, so I went Chera to Caldwell, and that's just. Yeah.
It was quite funny, he's quickly become like one of my favourite players. Had averaged like 120 for me for 5 rounds as a pod. Yeah. So in my seat, I was like,
"You're fine."
Oh, I'm fine. Yeah. Everyone else now fucking hates Jai Caldwell. Yeah. Because they've traded him. He was being poor. He was poor anyway. Yeah. The injury. Oh, he's rolled his ankle.
Yeah, and
it's going to be touch and go. They play Richmond. Fuck.
Yeah.
That would be a disaster.
I can see him not playing, to be honest. If he doesn't play, what's the go?
Well, because a lot of people have McCarthy as that 23rd.
Okay.
So if you've got him as a backup, then you can very easily just hold, I think. If it's just like a minor.
1 weeker.
If it's a minor, yeah. I'm not in that position.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Is there such thing as a 1 week ankle?
Yeah. Okay. Like if you roll it, because obviously it blows up.
Yeah.
And then it's going to make it hard to play on 7 days later. Yeah. But then 2 weeks later, you
Yeah.
strap it up and you're fine.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
there is a 1 week
All
ankle
right,
for
all
sure.
right.
So,
Okay.
but it's definitely nervous times.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, and the fact that I traded Chera instead of probably someone like Richards is, probably a bit stupid. But yeah, D
Chera's
for dummy there for me. So.
Yeah. Oh, look, you had a good week.
Yeah.
You can't get them all right.
No. Your winner of the week, mate.
Winner of the week, and I've got to start off with an honourable mention to Jackson McRae.
Yes.
For his 123, averaging now about 100, so doing some quick maths.
They've got a good run.
They've got a good run. He's going to have to average at least about 116. The man is capable.
He's done it before.
It's not out of the question. But at the end of the day, I expected to see this score more often.
Yeah.
So, look, you need him, and I was happy I had him. But we've got to stand up and applaud Colby.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
That's 124 of the very best.
It is.
Especially, you consider his price, the value. Just unbelievable. Now, I heard some concerning rumours that he got sent forward in the last and had a look. Now, I'm not actually sure if that was the case.
Yeah.
But he was on 110 at three-quarter time on track for fucking 45 touches.
Yeah.
And then the last he had 2 touches on the forward flank. Kick to goal.
Yeah.
And North got fucking belted off the park. So I'm looking at that, and I'm looking at Clarko, and I'm looking at what he does with Shees. I'm looking at how he ruined Colby and thought, nope, he's going too well here.
Yeah.
I've got to bring him down. So, I don't know. I guess that's a watch for next week. And honestly, if it's true, Clarko should be sacked on the spot.
I
joke.
reckon there's a few North fans that probably agree with you now, mate.
But anyway,
not necessarily what he does with Colby, but
yeah, no. But we were robbed of a 150 there. So, and when you've got a bloke like Caleb Daniel back there, there's just no way Colby should be going anywhere. He's a stud for the price. He's dominating for our fantasy sides. Last 3, 109. Last 5, 100. Absolute legend.
yeah, fair. No, that's great winner of the week, mate. Mine. I tell you, so I was sort of struggling to find to pick a loser of the week. There was so many for me last week.
Right,
But
last week. Yeah.
But this week, there's multiple players that deserve winner of the week for me.
I was going to say, you couldn't have been struggling this week. You'd have to have a few.
Wanger, Marshall,
All
Bont.
All guys I don't have.
But Zach Merritt is my winner of the week
Yeah.
with 145 and what was an ultimate comeback performance. This was somewhat expected,
Yeah.
but it was an absolute monster performance. And he faces the Tigers next week.
Yeah.
So, that was his highest percentage of CBAs since round 10 with 81%. So,
Yeah.
it's... it was
I don't
important.
think there was anything more predictable than Zach Merritt coming back out off the bye against Gold Coast
Yeah.
and fucking dominating in the middle.
Yeah.
That was just always going to happen.
I didn't, dominate, but 145 is...
Oh yeah,
It's
but
big.
we know that's what he does.
He does
You look
do
at his
that.
last 2 tons; they're both 140s.
Yeah, you're right.
It's why I was interested last week. I just wasn't shopping in the midfield, but
Yeah.
because next week, fuck, you want him in this week.
Yeah, I think
But then
so.
the problem is after
then
Richmond,
after that-
then it could get ugly again. So, but I think you've got to get him in, right?
I think, though, with Essendon, they're going to have to just stick with that, 80% CBAs
Oh no,
roll.
But he had a game where he had 90% CBAs and scored 50.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's not pretend
No, you're
that
right.
it was purely the role. He got moved out of the midfield when he was getting tagged out of the fucking game.
Yeah, you're right.
So I think tags are your concern.
But yeah,
nah, look,
40,
he's a gun, isn't he?
he had 40 disposals and, had a
He
bunch
was
of
unreal.
marks and tackles as well. So,
Yep.
we take those every day of the week.
Yeah, massive. Loser of the week. Potentially harsh when you look at his average, but I can't stand for this.
No. This is totally fair.
Nick Martin,
Yep.
74
No, totally
against
fair.
the Gold Coast Suns. Well done, VC.
Oh,
Fucking embarrassing. I tell you, Nick, he wasn't interested. And I tell you what, he's on notice against the Tigers because I'm expecting nothing short of a 140. And the problem is because that's where you VC him. But how can I do that on the back of a 70?
nah. Yeah.
Fuck me. And yeah, so annoyingly, he gets a free pass thanks to his forward status.
Yes.
And he's not getting the armband again. I can't do that. Can't stand for that. He was poor. He was really poor. Low time on ground. I saw at points he was 79% time on ground. That's not Nick Martin.
Oh, really?
Well, that was when I looked. I think it must have been in the third quarter. I don't know what he ended up on.
He ended up on 85.
Okay. That's
probably-
not Nick Martin,
no,
90, 95%. That's just... Yeah, so, look,
Nah.
I'll move on.
But
He's been good.
He won't be your vice or skip
No,
next
well, he's
week.
got a last 5 of 96 now.
Yeah.
So, like I say, as a forward, it's fine. If he was down in defence doing that last 5 96, that doesn't cut it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's poor.
Nah,
Real
fair
poor.
enough. Statement made. I
Yep.
agree with it. Yeah, mate. I had Nick Martin as well, but we go one worse with Christian Petrarca.
Oh, boy.
Another forward, 70 points.
Yep.
He had 29 in the first term as Melbourne were on top, and then I guess, I don't know, he just decided to put the cue in the rack and just start thinking about what meal he's going to post to his Instagram next.
Is he still doing that?
Oh, yeah, he is. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
3 marks and 2
Fucking hell.
tackles plus just 3 behinds. Just not good enough, really.
No.
Yeah. His next 4 games look pretty nice, though. They've got North, Blues, Saints, and West Coast.
Yep.
So he better fucking show up in those.
It's funny because I was looking at track, because I'm looking at this last forward spot, and I've got blokes like JHF running around.
Yeah.
Track would have been up there if that was where I was shopping last week.
Mate.
He's just...
He's averaging 90. What's he averaging? 92.5. So
Yeah.
still,
But that's what...
his
His last 5.
is 84.
Last 5, 84.
That's fucked.
That's what he is.
I've got some serious issues in my forward line.
It's fucked, but so does everyone else.
So does everyone else. So
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
not
not good.
ideal from Petrarca.
No.
I mean, yeah, Melbourne are a bit of a rabble. So
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
yeah, it's grim.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Very grim. Before we get into the games, if you're watching on YouTube, give us a quick thumbs up and subscribe. And if you're listening on Spotify, just bang us a quick 5-star review, or you can fuck off.
please don't fuck off.
No, fuck off. Takes 5 seconds.
It takes 5 seconds.
You're not listening to this if you don't enjoy it.
Yeah.
Come on. No, don't fuck off.
That's good. Yeah.
And also, you can follow us on X, TikTok, and Instagram at The Weekend Wash Up. On to the games.
That's actually pretty funny from you, mate.
Thank you. On to the games. And North and the Dogs on Thursday night.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Jeez, it was a fantasy feast. Libba, 138 in his 250th. What a player.
Yeah.
His highest rated game of his career, apparently.
Yeah.
But what was funny, in draft, completely forgot to check. The Thursday games really get me in draft because I don't properly check my team.
Oh,
Had
no,
him-
you didn't have him on the field.
No. I had him skipper. I had him
really?
straight skipper. I had Fraser benched.
Oh.
Bramble, who
Oh, he
would have
scored
definitely
40.
and he scored 40. And Libba skippered in his 250th accidentally for 138. So well done, Libba. Massive. Bomb 133. That's a great bounce back. That's where was that in his 250th?
He had 10 tackles and 2 goals, so that was massive.
North. It was the fixture for it, wasn't it?
Bloodbath.
Massively. Colby, 124. Spoke about him. Just elite stuff.
Yep.
Fingers crossed. If he's moved forward, he could score 40 next week. But there's just no way they can do that.
I doubt they'll start him there or anything.
There's no way they can do
it's
that.
probably something that they'll-
yes, he probably missed a couple kicks. It happens when you have fucking 50.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
No, I agree.
Timmy English 116.
He took
Very
it.
good. Cherry. We've got to mention him now. So 96. Passed the concussion test.
Oh, I tell you what.
Bloke in the helmet that's had some issues.
I'd like to know. Apparently, the helmet's not for concussion.
Is it not?
It's
Okay.
for
All right, I just assumed.
I think he had a jaw fracture or something.
Does it cover? I guess
Mate,
maybe.
yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I might be talking shit there, but I'm pretty sure I heard that.
Yeah, okay.
But I don't. Mate, he dropped that was.
It didn't look great.
It didn't
I would
look great,
say.
and there was a couple hits that led to it as well.
Yeah. Oh, there was two. It was the fact that there was two quickly.
Yeah.
That. So this is going to be big next week. Well, number one, he was almost on 70 at half time. We were owed a 120, 130 here.
Yeah, yeah,
And it was tracking that way.
yeah.
So the 90 set, it really hurts. It really
does.
hurts. So, look, and apparently, the word from sources was that he is okay. So, look, as long as he gets up next week, still, I know it sucks that he got that knock, but that is 4 weeks in a row without a ton.
In the 90s, I reckon. Almost.
Since I got him in against the Eagles, he has given me an average of 95 in his last 5.
Versus
and
Marshall?
if I quickly look at Marshall, 117. The rucks... Do you know it is hard to fathom how many points I lose on my rucks?
In the last couple of years, it's been pretty bad, yep.
Like, it's really fucking bad.
Yeah.
And the couple of years I've done well was when I could set and forget, and they actually did it for me.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, English, even early though, like, I think he just took him forward and kicked a couple, and he's been very good.
Tommy Power, 104.
Yeah.
He's been solid,
Done.
Now Sheasel, 93. Mm-hmm. In the first quarter, 90% forward. Like, it just is genuinely the dumbest shit I think I've ever heard. Like, seriously. You have a star of the competition, and because the media's bullied you about Sheezy Ball, you're playing him forward because he was a half forward earlier in his career.
Yeah, but we're not even... Yeah. We're not saying to go halfback. Like, put him in the midfield.
No. And, good, look, last 3 quarters. In the second quarter, right, he goes into the midfield when LDU goes down. 8 touches and a goal. Because, yes, you can push forward and kick goals and be damaging from the midfield.
Yeah.
Look at Nick Dacos. I don't know, it's just really pissing me off what Clarko's doing here. Yeah. But anyway, look, 93, it ended up all right. Did have 20 centre bounces in the last 3 quarters. So he was inside mid.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed that stays.
Well, LDU got concussed as well, right?
Yes,
so he won't play.
He will miss next week.
Yeah.
So we should get midfield Shees next week.
Nice.
Hopefully. Well, I guess, what's the bar? He has to have like 40 and 3 and they win. Otherwise, he's just straight back to the graveyard shift.
Yeah, possibly.
Caleb Daniel, 90, just really is a poor player. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't know what he's offering. He had 15 kicks. Like... And that's what he's in the... that's literally all he can do.
Yeah. He's concerned for him.
He's a massive concern. Sam Darcy. Wow.
Yeah.
88.
You're on...
It turned into a serious...
It got personal.
Ugly. It got personal. It got ugly. A hate watch that I'm not proud of, especially in the third quarter. He was on 23 at three-quarter time after scoring 10 in the last half last week. So that was 5 full quarters of footy for 33 points. And fuck me, I was calling him overrated.
You calling him every name under the sun, mate.
Yeah, it was bad. I said I'm not
proud.
Put
it this way, if that last quarter didn't happen, I'm not sure we could have posted the loser of the week this week.
Oh, yeah. And you know, it was funny. At three-quarter time, I put him on the never again list in the Discord.
Yeah.
And then he comes out with a 65-point piss take.
It was fun.
Like, 3 or 4 goal quarter. I don't know what he did.
He took it. There was one point
started clunking him because he had full concrete dinner plates.
Yeah.
You know, the first 3 quarters. I'm going, this is fucking embarrassing.
Yeah.
And well, I look at that and I go, right, so you doubled what you scored in the previous 5 quarters. Why can't we just have that the whole game? It kind of tells me that there could be there's a monster potential.
There is.
It is brewing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, look, he's had those 2 fixtures that you really would have circled.
Yeah.
Anyway, so look, it's exciting. I'll say that.
Yeah, it's
having
fun.
him in the side. It's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Goes Adelaide, Brisbane. So this will be a good test.
Oh, might need an extra forward in this next couple of weeks.
Yeah, well, I don't know. He's capable.
He's capable.
Yeah. Matty Kennedy. Yep, 85.
Yeah.
2 in the mid 80s. Just that 50% centre bounce role. What he was doing was unsustainable.
Well, mate, he had 25 disposals, 4 marks, 5 tackles.
Oh, yeah, he finds it. What was his centre? Do you have his centre bounce mix?
Yeah.
Their centre bounce mix is actually always quite
kicks
interesting.
Against and just no goals. He'd been kicking goals on top of what he'd been doing.
Yeah, he was kicking 2 goals
so
a
he
week.
had 57%. So it's his same role. It's just
I know.
Missed a couple goals.
So it's the goals, and just in that role, it's very hard to average.
Yeah.
Like even Sheasel in that role, kind of like struggles to go
absolutely.
low hundreds.
Yeah.
So where he was, but yes, he might not score what he's priced at, but he's still way better than some of the other forwards we've got. So it's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Ed Richards, what are your thoughts here?
Yeah, mate, not ideal. Yeah. I mean, fuck. When I finished up training, apparently he lost his shoulder or something, and then he came back on.
Oh, it was pretty. If his shoulder's fine, it was pretty cowardly because he was full, grabbing it, no weight, couldn't lift it. I was going, fuck, Dave's going to get it. Because I remember this was when, in the third quarter, Darcy's on like 20.
Yeah.
Ed Richards at the time was on fuck all. I think he
Yeah.
was on 40 in the third quarter.
Yeah.
And if he had been out with a shoulder, I was thinking this could be
Could have been really
this could
dark.
be ugly.
Yeah.
So that was, what a recovery in the end. 84, it's
he's
actually not bad.
He's
But yes, he's
3
not.
marks, 2 tackles. It's just not
It's
it.
not a
So-
massive fantasy guy. Maybe
Yeah.
a little bit of Will Day.
Yeah.
Because he's a fucking great player.
He's a good player, but yeah, I think I probably need to try and move him on.
Yeah. And just lastly, Bailey Dale, 59.
Yes, he got tagged.
Tagged by Constanti. Now, if
Jacob
you're getting
Constanti's
tagged by
tagged, yeah.
Constanti, there's concerns. And then he was also swapped forward in the second quarter. So Bevo just said, right,
Nah.
to everyone else, if you want to tag Bailey Dale, we'll send him fucking forward for 15 touches or whatever he had.
Well, he kicked 2 goals.
He did. So that actually, you're not meant to do the job well.
Yeah. Concerning
So
for owners.
is that a trade?
Is that a trade? What's he priced
I
at
mean,
now?
that was under the roof
Probably.
against North.
They got Adelaide. Yeah, fuck. He went on 40k. 961k.
We said that he's never averaged more than 93. Like, yes, he has patches where he gets hot, but
Yeah.
concerning.
Yeah.
And you have to, he's so damaging. Like,
Hasn't
I'm
scored
not
a ton in
surprised
his
he got
last 3.
tagged. Yeah. 2 tags in a row.
2
now.
tags in a row, though.
Yeah.
So,
But they might keep coming. Interesting. Do you want to take the next game?
yeah, mate. Definitely. Carlton Collingwood ended up being a bit of a bloodbath, didn't it? But,
Yes.
Vossi.
Well, I'm not upset because obviously I was at the Eagles game, so I didn't see pretty much any of this game, which
Yeah.
would have annoyed me if it was a classic, but no, didn't miss anything at all, did I?
Yeah, no. Yeah, but I tell you what, Nick Dacos, he's been getting it done. 132, last 3 of 123, last 5 116. I think Hewitt went with him, and yeah, he took him to the cleaners.
Yeah, and George had his number previously,
Yeah.
so good to see Nick. He's off the shit list for me now. Well and truly off it.
Yeah, definitely has to be off the shit list. Darcy Cameron, 115. He's got a last 3 of 115 as well. He's ruck 3 on averages behind Gawn and English. So
Been massive.
Yeah, he's been great. Jack Crisp, he's got a last 3 of 108. Great for drafts. Scored 109. Chera, 93. Pendle's 93. Chera, any thoughts with him?
Oh,
Just
fuck, sorry, I just had a look at X's average because he shot me with that, and he's averaging fucking 102. And I paid a 1.1 million for the
with
bloke.
the ruck averages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did I get X?
You could have got Cameron.
Should have got
mate.
Cameron. Very
Yeah,
good.
he's been awesome.
Yeah, Chera. I mean, what do you say? Like, it's not great. Carlton getting smashed.
Yeah.
But look, he had 28 touches. You're right. 93.
His time on ground was
No,
76%.
76. No, that's okay. That's kind of what he. That's
Well,
kind of
it's
what
kind
he
of what
is.
he's done. Yeah. Yeah, you're
No,
right.
it's kind of what he is. No, I still think he's a safe 100. No, when he was up over $1 million, it was a great trade.
Yeah.
It's a tough one. Blues played Brisbane next week
Is it at Brisbane?
at Marvel.
Okay. It's a tough one. I think you got to look at it.
I have too many problems, but you can look at it. He's averaging 97. Let's
Yeah,
just say
he's been good.
he's not a top 8 mid. So
Yeah.
100% look
Yeah.
at it.
Yep. Pendle's 93. I mean, he goes all right, this Pendles.
Just gets it done, doesn't he?
Tom Mitchell, 88 in his first. I think it's his first game in over 400 days.
That was impressive.
Yeah.
He
so-
racked up. How many
yeah.
touches did he have?
Yeah, he had 26, 5
I mean,
marks, 3
That's
tackles.
massive.
Yeah, kicked a point. That was in 69% time on ground.
Mate, once a pig, always a pig.
Yeah, wow.
He's fucking good.
I mean, the fact that they can just bring in Tom Mitchell
That
after
is-
400 days of not
See,
playing.
That's
he
a
just
piss
does
take that the Pies can just go, right, we'll bring in a Brownlow medalist now.
Yeah. And I don't think Sidebottom played, so,
Yeah, they're pretty good.
yeah. Doherty, 84.
Did you see much of this game? Or
Nah, I
yeah,
didn't.
see, because he started really well, where I was like, okay, goody. So he's half back, still got the role, it's fine.
Yeah.
Then just hit a wall.
He had 40 in the first quarter and then went 9 in the
Wow.
second. So, and then 12 in the third, 23 in the last.
How did
So
And it was a close game in the first quarter. That's interesting. Did he have any kick-ins? Having a look. He had 3.
I don't know. They got Brisbane next week. I wonder if he could.
Like
wanna
he's
move on.
absolutely on the block for me. I did just have a look. He had a kick in the third and the fourth quarter. So I think he did have that back roll the whole game.
Yeah, he could be on the block. Yeah,
He's gone for me. I think him and Berg are the two on the block for me.
those sort of players, like especially the fact that you have money in the bank and can move them up to serious good players.
They're going to real players.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, Josh Dacos.
What? See, this is the same. What do you do here?
Oh, mate, 80. I mean, I traded him in, 6 or 7 weeks ago now.
It was a good move at the time, 100%.
Yeah, it was all right, but yeah, fucking people traded him in like last week.
Yeah, well, because you look at it like last 3, 94, average for the season, 94.6.
I think that's where he's about, 95s.
Because he doesn't fill the stat sheet enough. So
Mate,
then at that point,
4 marks and no tackles.
like I'm looking, do you have Lockie Ash?
Nah.
Way better.
Yeah.
Whitfield, obviously we don't have. I'm looking at the defenders I don't have. Wanger, Zorko, Ash and Whitfield all averaging 103 plus. So I've got plenty of options. But yeah.
I mean, Josh Dacos
That's
is
not good enough.
978k and Whitfield's 940.
Yeah. One to look at.
But they play the Suns this week. Ooh.
Okay.
I
Maybe
think-
gets one more.
I think you hold him because
He gets one more.
If he has 30, he'll obviously ton up and
Maybe.
yeah, maybe he should. Longy 78. Probably last we speak of him almost. I would have expected he's gone by now.
Was sick of speaking about him 3 weeks ago. So yep.
Speaking of last we mentioned of him is Paddy Cripps 73. So that brings his last 5 down to something. It would be something fucked. It would be dark.
The thing is, he had that good patch in the middle, so his overall average isn't going to be... It's 86, so you're not even considering him next year. No, he's done.
Yeah.
See you, Cripper.
Rowan Steele 69 on debut.
Wow.
Solid score. I don't know about job security though.
Would have no idea.
Yeah. George Hewitt 68.
Yeah, that... Because we were almost looking at, like, with the Walsh injury, is that as, like, a safe one.
Yeah.
That's a killer.
Yeah, that's a real killer.
That's one of those when in the cold, hard light of day, and you have a look in your side, and you've got George Hewitt in.
Yeah.
And there's concerns.
Well.
And let's leave it at that.
Fucking hell. Lord, I know a few people had him as like a sort of mid-pricer to make some money.
I think he had
During
like
the
a
buys.
fucking 20 the other week.
Yeah.
So
he scored
should
59,
be
so
long
hopefully
gone.
he's long gone.
Yeah.
And then, speaking of hopefully long gone, TDK 48. He must have 1 foot in the door at St Kilda.
And I tell you, why are the Saints wanting to pay this bloke?
Yeah.
Like, he's okay. You've got Marshall.
Well, yeah. Carlton obviously played Pitternet.
Well, exactly. Well, because what I was going to say is, does the Saints think, he's like a bit of a forward? And you look at him here, 12 hit-outs, 11 touches, 48 points, playing as a forward.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know.
No.
Yeah. Really bad. Anyway, you want to go Eagles-Giants, mate?
Yes, I will take the Eagles and the Giants. And I tell you, it just is sickening watching Finn Callahan run around because that at this point, that would have been moving up to my best pick of the season.
Yeah.
Started him at 790k, backed in the player and the talent. It was a slow start, I tell you. In his last 7 or 8,
Oh, mate.
is full taking he's pushing top 8 mids now.
Yeah, he's been brilliant.
So what did he have? He's last 5, 106, last 3, 109, had 37 touches. I tell you, it exposed the Eagles as possibly the slowest professional sports team. Like, they have the athleticism of genuinely your average Ammos team. There's barely a bloke in there. I'm like, he is an outstanding athlete.
Oh, God.
Especially in the
Yeah.
midfield.
Nah, you're right. You're
Like,
right.
Finn was just walking out of the stoppage, and I just don't think they could actually go with him.
Yeah.
So I think tags would be a concern for him because I think he's copped a couple, and I can see what you tag him over Tom Green,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
So it's probably it's good for Tom Green. I think he's pretty safe from them.
Yeah.
Looking ahead, Geelong, Essendon. So there's a couple. Yeah, Finn, you could do it. You could do it. He is an absolute gun.
Okay.
Duggan 116. But I actually don't really want to mention him. Josh Kelly 109. So he's a man that has fantasy pedigree.
Yeah, it was a good comeback game for him, but he sits out on the wing and
Yeah, and it's a matchup for it, isn't
he's
it?
803k.
Yeah. But look, no, you're right. He would have to be inside mid for me to consider it because he's averaging 87.
What was his CBAs? Did he have any?
I don't think so. But you could prove me wrong.
No, you're right.
Nah.
Zeros.
Yeah.
On the wing.
Nah, that's a no. O'Halloran 107. I mean, yeah, it was just a fill your boots game for your pretty average players, I'd say.
Yeah.
Tom Green. Speaking of,
Well,
fucking hell,
fuck, that was a save.
I was fuming. Like I was ready to blow up. 51 points at 3/4 time against the fucking Eagles. So look, he had a quarter pounder. He brought it back 104. Well done. But
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, that's poor, mate.
Still, like I would argue 104 was unders.
He had 0 tackles.
0 tackles. Mate, I've said that was the first thing I noticed when I brought him in. He doesn't want to tackle. Like, there's some bloke, Finn loves to tackle. But there's some, like, he literally is,
He had 1 tackle.
Yeah, but we didn't touch the ball,
Yeah.
to be fair.
No, you're right.
But, like, watching the, like, Tom's always, like, looking for the hands out the back like he's,
Yeah.
your Nick Dacos type.
No, true.
Get in and under, mate.
Yeah.
Put a body on. So, anyway, look, he's always going to rack up. He's a pretty safe, low hundreds guy, I would say.
Okay.
So, it's not exciting, but gets it done.
Gets it done.
Briggsy 103, if ever there's a,
Is he back?
Well, did I not bring him in for the Eagles matchup? Because I swear it was around the Eagles matchup last time.
Maybe.
And
Eagles
he stunk
matchup
it
was
up.
round 4.
Oh,
He
okay,
scored
so it was
96.
after. Yeah, so then that was... So I got fooled by the Eagles matchup last time. There you go. So no, he's not back. Lockie Ash 102, not bad against the Eagles. Like they don't give up massive
No, it's
ones
actually
to
all right.
defenders, So
Yeah. You take that.
yeah, he just gets it done.
Yeah.
Toby Green, 100, took the piss, to be honest. Harley Reid, 97. So he's starting to find a bit more of the ball. Still fumbles Reid, I'm starting to call him. And it's a bit of get the ball and fucking put it on the boot
Yeah.
as far as I can kick it. But we're not playing super coach. We don't give a fuck. And he's finding the ball more. And he's in the guts.
Tackled hard. 7
Tackled
tackles.
hard.
Yeah.
Does tackle hard.
Yeah.
So
That's good.
there's something there.
Yep.
Job Shanahan, speaking of something there.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yep.
The shining light is we do have some good young keys.
Okay.
We can draft good young keys.
Yeah.
It has to be said.
Job looks good.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. So, and that's a great score, 78. He actually got moved. So he got moved back in I think it was the first or the second quarter.
Oh, right.
He got briefly moved back. So I don't know if someone, like if there was like an injury concern or if it was because we started getting belted at the start of the game.
Probably.
They just threw him back because then he went back forward. So he's a bit of a swingman for us.
Yeah.
But
So
he's
his break even's -7, 310k forward now.
very
So
good. Should have got him.
Yeah.
Why did I not get him, actually?
He'll play the rest of the season. So
Why did I get Charlie West?
I don't know.
Anyway, it's bizarre. McCarthy, 76, was a bit like... actually being at the game, watching him.
How was
he was almost... Like, he was to one side, like almost like a winger. So when the ball, depending on which side the ball went out, it wasn't like he was just across the half-back racking up.
Okay.
It felt like he was almost like on one wing or in one pocket, that when it came out that way,
Right.
he'd rack it up. But look, he's still good, 76. I reckon I probably had 5 scores worse than that. So I'm happy to take that. That's fine. And yeah, Rosen, 55. So he was solid.
Yeah, I mean, he went up 60-odd-K, right?
Yeah.
So he'll hopefully keep going.
That was his job.
Yep.
Essendon Gold Coast. I assume you were playing footy. So
I was, yeah.
I'll take this one. I did see some of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Zach Merritt. Unbelievable. 145. It was like back to, GOAT Zach Merritt. I was just thinking then, how old is he? So he's 29.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's been around for so long that it kind of felt like, oh, is he like a little bit washed? No, because that's his now 4th score of 130 plus this year.
Yeah.
There's a lot of mids that don't have a
No.
130 plus score in their career.
No, you're right.
Like, this is a bloke that can go massive. He goes Richmond next week. Now, GWS is a guaranteed Bedford tag into Doggies, into James Jordan. So there's
In two.
definitely concerns.
Atkins would probably go to him against Geelong.
Yeah. So, like, it was an easy play to go for the 2, chase the 2, the Suns Richmond.
Yeah.
He's going to be massive again next week, and his value. What do you do? It's almost like a 1-week play because you know he's getting Bedford.
Yeah. I already had him. I held him.
Yeah. Well, it's an easy hold. Like, obviously, you hold
But
it this week.
After next week, it's
You could move. Whereas,
But
like,
if he goes,
chasing him in.
if he drops another 145, I bet you I'm going to sit here next week and go, nah, I'm not trading him.
Well, but this is why you got him after that 149 v Richmond.
Yeah.
And then look what happened. I don't know. That's going to be really interesting.
I'm not going to be, try. Yeah.
Really interesting. Joel Jeffrey, 132. Just. What is he?
Fuck.
Like, is he? Was this just out of the blue?
I think he's dropped a couple.
Okay, he's
decent
800k. No, he was 60-60 the 2 weeks
Yeah,
prior.
but he scored a 118.
But he's averaging 80. I tell you, genius draft. Like, he would have been a free agent pickup.
Yeah.
Genius pickup. Noah Anderson. Holy shit.
Yeah. Okay.
A 100-point second half. He was on 22 at halftime.
What?
I'm pretty sure he's on 22. Or if it wasn't 22, it was like low 20s at halftime.
No,
and
you're
I
right.
said,
You're right.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, if you could give me a fixture where I guarantee Noah Anderson dominates, it was Essendon. Sitting on 22 at halftime, his owners would have been sick. I don't know what he had in that second half. It must have been like 25 touches, 2 goals.
Yeah.
Fucking unbelievable. So 122. That's one way to get it done.
He's going quite well now, isn't he?
Yes, he's a bit too fixture dependent, kind of maybe similar to Merritt.
Last 5 of 105, last 3 of 116.
Yeah, look, he's in that top 8 mix. Pies next week. I think your only concern is tags. Pies, Crows, Brisbane, Richmond. There's not really obvious taggers there, so no, you could definitely go Nando.
Yeah.
For sure. Johnny Noble, 111. That's 2 in a row.
Yeah.
And for, like, he was very good at the start of the year. The role is awesome.
I don't think he'd ever do it.
Nah,
Not
not
now.
at this point of the season.
Yeah.
No. Matty Rao. 103.
Oh, yeah. How many
with
tackles?
just one of the most bizarre games.
Yeah, I've got it here.
Did you see the
17 tackles?
17 tackles? Honestly, he was shit house.
And, 15 disposals.
Like, there was a point where at halftime he had 5 touches at 40%.
Yeah.
And he was on 70 fantasy with like 14 tackles.
Yeah.
Like, at some point, just win the fucking pill, mate.
Stop. Yeah.
Second to
Stop
it.
letting your opponent
He's
get the ball
second
first.
to it. And then, did you hear about the whole like running into the umpire?
Yeah.
That was so. Like, you can see what like he's trying to do, or he's trying to get his opponent to like kind of have to dodge around the umpire, so he runs really close to him. Then his opponent has, and then he gets that breakaway, that little bit of space.
Oh.
That's what he's trying to do. And apparently he's had 3 strikes now for umpire contact.
Next one's...
And Dimmer blew up, and he basically said that I just don't give a fuck after the siren.
Yeah.
Which, like, it could end in a suspension.
That's the kind of thing where the AFL, like knowing the AFL, they'll be like,
If-
oh, well, fuck you then.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Have a week off.
If he makes contact, like if he connects with one, like he will get suspended for it.
Yeah.
So I guess that's something to watch. Do I want to watch my player get 15 touches, no marks though? Probably not.
Yeah.
Took Miller 92. Yeah, solid. He's been all right. Caldwell, we spoke about this. Wasn't great prior to his injury.
Yeah.
Very disappointing. First half. Now, was spending a little bit more time at half forward than he had been.
Yeah.
So having a look now, so he had 14 centre bounces. That would have been closer to 20, I think, if he had played that out. But obviously you got Merritt 26, Setterfield had 24, and then Durham, who was back, he took a bunch.
Okay.
So that was bizarre to me because Caldwell, literally the commentators were all talking about it. Was in his last month was averaging like 29 touches, 7 tackles, and a goal.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's an interesting one. Fingers crossed he gets up.
Yeah, fingers are... Yeah.
And Nick Martin, so he had 12 centre bounces. So he was actually getting some midfield clock as well, I guess, which is why the time and ground was down.
Right.
74, really disappointing.
Yeah.
And Sam Flanders, so he's just not doing enough.
No.
So he's not like in the middle, but he's definitely pushing up around the ball. So You can continue to take Sportsbet to the cleaners, but fantasy-wise, just not enough marks, a lot of handballs, not enough tackles, just not around the pill enough.
I reckon
So
someone asked us in the Discord about like Flanders or like Jack Martin, I think. And
no, well, because I said he was looking at someone cheap in the forward line.
Oh, maybe it was Curtin then.
Yeah, it was Dan
Oh,
Curtin
okay,
and Jack
yeah.
Martin.
And
Yeah.
Anyway.
But no, so look, Flanders,
Yeah.
if you need him for the value, it's fine, but it's something you want to look to fix up in, the next few weeks,
Yeah,
probably.
You probably
So
don't
I don't
want
think
him in
he's
the
going to.
side.
I don't think he's going to come out and just be dominant. Geelong Richmond, it was a pretty grim couple games here. Zach Guthrie went 125, which this was probably what we were expecting Tom Stewart to do.
Yeah.
Because we know Richmond just let you chip it around at the back, and they did. Tommy Stewart, 73. That's got to be bitterly disappointing.
Do you reckon a bunch of people brought him in?
I heard people bring him in.
Okay.
Like, I understand holding him through his bye, knowing like there was Richmond coming. Bringing him in is crazy behaviour
6.5% own him.
for over 800k for a bloke that has. How many? Is there anyone in Australia he hasn't burnt at this point?
No.
So yeah, I
Yep.
think we can pass there. Max Holmes, unbelievable.
Yeah.
So I had a cheeky little win on him for 35 because it's pretty fucked up that when Baz is out and Holmes gets that just pure midfield clock, he has like fucking 35 and full on dominates. So 36 touches, 7 marks, only the 1 tackle because Richmond didn't see it.
Yep.
A goal, 122. Was looking potentially bigger at half-time. It looked like
Yeah, it
140 was on the
yeah.
cards. He was my skipper.
He was my vice.
So, did you take it? I should have.
Yeah.
So, everyone ended up actually with some good skippers. I saw a few like NW Wems.
Yeah.
Obviously, Holmes was very good. So,
Yeah. He's watching Holmes just go about his business is like he just takes 5 bounces down the wing casually, sprinting past blokes, and then
I mean, and I saw it. I was ahead of the curve. I saw it last year.
oh fucking hell.
Everyone's just playing catch up. I still can't explain the weird just 60s and 70s to start the year.
Yeah, they were odd.
But I can see that tags have to come because he's too good. So Giants, St Kilda, we're gonna find out.
I wonder if you could trade him. No.
No.
Well,
He's
you
almost
could,
1.1
just to
million.
go a bit
Well, you could.
different.
It would be pretty psycho. Jessica Cameron, 117. Hey, we're struggling for forwards. Kick 4 goals, 5. I mean, Geelong play Richmond again. Has Jezza been going all right? No, he had a 50 last week. He's averaging 82. Yeah, that's not enough. But the forwards are struggling. Banks. Banksy.
He's
113.
He's been awesome.
He's getting it done
Just-
week in, week out. So he's over 800k now. Last 590. Well, I say week in, week out. He
He
did
had
have
50.
150.
Yeah.
But he's gone 100 since then.
He's been really good.
So almost week in, week out.
The fact that Short's just in
Purgatory. I don't know.
I think
Yeah.
just
No
cyst, is it?
No comment. Tommy the Power Atkins, 17 tackles for 109. Unbelievable.
He had
Great.
17.
Yeah, great. So him and Rowell are going at it
Wow.
for best tackler and most average player in the comp.
Oh. Come on, mate. That's harsh.
Nah, Tommy works hard. He's good.
He's good.
Plays a role for sure. Jack Martin, 107.
Speaking of playing a role.
Massive. I mean, I never would have done it.
No.
But you're right. That question did come up. Someone was a bit short on cash,
Yeah.
and they needed a value forward.
I hope they didn't go with what we said.
No, well, did I not? I swear I said Jack Martin. Because he'd gone 70, 80.
I reckon we said
Look.
Curtin.
Okay, we're gonna have to go have a look.
Well, we'll pull it up later, but yeah.
Anyway, he's had 25 touches, 9 marks, 107.
Yeah.
So the time on ground, it's hovering in the mid-60s now. So it's gone 57%, 61%, 66%, 67%. He's got a last 3 now of 89. So in the 500s,
As a forward.
as a forward. Now,
Fuck.
here's the thing, right? You're not doing it on the ground, I don't think.
Yeah, but he
But-
could be your 23rd man.
100%. Like, for your good teams, when you're looking for someone on the bench, you can have Jack Martin, who's capable of pumping out tons, as just a safe loop option.
Fuck me.
in a line where we're struggling to get good scores.
Wow.
That's all I'm saying.
That's actually a play.
Yeah, it is. It definitely was last week. And
He went
it
up
still is.
75k.
Yep.
Oh my.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Brian Myers, 102. Very, very good. Again, was looking bigger. He was on like 67 at half time. I was thinking, right, 120 plus here, massive. But he has been awesome.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's just locked in. Kind of similar to your Matt Kennedy. Last 5 of 107.4.
He's been awesome.
So,
Absolutely awesome.
epic stuff from Messi. George Stevens. So, thank God you spotted that he was playing, because fuck me. I did not know.
Mate, he dominated.
I kept seeing this bloke on the screen thinking, who is this? He's fucking massive. I was thinking,
Big
who
boy.
is this bloke? Georgie Stevens, 84 on debut, 230k mid.
He won't be,
I've got concerns that he might be good for your VFL fantasy, in a couple of weeks' time. But hey, like, he was very good. Led the game in clearances and score involvements, which is quite surprising to me.
It's pretty impressive.
So yeah, he was very good. So he'll play next week
You'd
for
hope
sure.
so.
But
Yeah.
obviously the concern is
Job
Baz.
security.
Baz comes in, less midfield clock.
Yeah.
Probably has 30, is subbed the next week, and then back, to the VFL. But hey,
I think you're right there.
was very good. Timmy Taranto, 81. I literally think this is just what he is at this point.
Wow.
Value for Tim's probably down at 700k now.
Yeah.
Tom Stewart, mentioned him before. Dion Prestia. A lot of people were, if you were really needing a shot value, or maybe looking for a 23rd man, 57. He was no good.
Yeah.
And Sam Lawler did his string again. So it's been a tough start for old Sammy. But you can see the quality it's there.
Yeah.
Hopefully he gets a better run at it next year. And hey, so I mean, what does that mean he's averaging now? Because that score could put him back on the radar next year. Averaging 54. Interesting. No, one to maybe consider next year.
Yep.
All right, you take it away with Brisbane and Port.
Yep. So Butters back again, 119. He's pretty decently priced, mate.
Yeah, and he's doing like that's a tough fixture.
Yeah.
No, I mean he's low 900s. He's very decent.
947k, and they have West Coast this week.
Well, there you go.
I reckon that's the kind of game for Butters.
He
He could go fucking ballistic.
could fuck us up.
I think he
Yep.
will. He could, and he will.
Well, he's come out of like a pretty tough stretch of taggers because after his bye, he's gone Giants, Melbourne, and then Sydney, Carlton, Brisbane. Like that is a tough run. Now you're looking tag-wise at least. You got Eagles, no. Hawks, not really. I don't think.
Nah.
Adelaide, no. Geelong,
Maybe.
maybe, but not really. Freo, mate. So, but like, it's a deep. Butters he could average 120 over the next 5. Like that could be a massive play.
Yeah, I think he's a play, man. So I'm definitely going to look at him.
He is because I was maybe it's definitely him instead of Merritt. I think because you get that sugar hit of the Eagles.
Yeah.
But I think I like Butters long term.
Yeah.
I think he's in.
Yeah. He had 31, 5 marks, 6 tackles,
Very good.
90% game time.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive stuff.
Very.
McCluggage 112. He just keeps getting it done pretty much. So
Saw he was like
he dropped to 108 in the end. So,
okay. All right. So got to. But anyway, yeah, he was. He's like 5th, I think, in terms of last 5 averages in form players. Now that's buoyed by his 150 that's about to drop out.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But still, he's been very good.
Yeah, he's been super solid.
Mm-hmm.
Rosie 111. So I mean, if you don't have Rosie at this point, you're probably feeling it in your rank.
Yes, thank God I did get him in. He sucked that first week. I wasn't happy, but he's been very good since.
Yeah. Lockie Neal 106. I don't think anyone has Lockie Neal now, but
no, but
Is he
look,
what's his
he
price?
would be fucking cheap, like $860 for M1.
fuck off.
Yeah, but that's his
fuck.
first ton for 5. What's his last 5? 82.
No, you couldn't.
Nah. It's a name. If you like a name.
Oh, it's actually not bad. JHF, so 85. He had 21 CBAs.
That was massive. Yep. So
Okay.
now I'm thinking it's gone from I don't want to see this
Nah, you got to hold that.
C word in my team.
What? Okay, what was his...
And now it's okay. Have we turned the corner here? Because he's
Fuck, he
priced.
started poorly.
I know.
2 points.
Quarter time, I'm scrolling. I'm fucking scrolling. I'm doom scrolling. JHF2. Fucking phone off.
Yeah.
Fuck this. And then 85. So
Okay.
that was shocking. So he's 721k. Break even of 80. And he's just gone back to the mids. So, I mean, I'm fucked because I've held him to the very bottom.
Maybe I should get him in.
I mean,
Against Eagles.
yeah, it is the Eagles. Or he could go massive next week.
Because you could go like... I could go someone like
No, he could go massive
Petrarca
next week.
or, I mean, even Rankin. And they'll gain 50-odd K.
It's interesting. No,
One to watch.
the Hornbags, he's going to have to stay for me. Fuck.
Unlucky, mate.
Yeah.
Dunkley, wow. Oh, no. Yeah, Dunkley, 78. I mean, he scores the 120 last week, and then he drops this. I mean, I don't know what we're doing.
No, he's done.
I think, if you've got him, you've got to trade him. 78 of the worst. He had 17 disposals.
He had 23 centre bounces. So it's not like 80, the 80%. It's probably closer to like your 60, 65%.
Oh, right. I'll have a look at that.
I saw
it was 64%.
Butters had 32. So he was the only bloke for Port that was like the mainstay.
Yeah.
So that is, I think he might have to come in for me.
Yeah, fair enough. Zorko, 79.
Sucked in, everyone.
He started very well. He had 35 in the first quarter and then just sort of dropped away from there.
No, he has to recover it late.
Yeah, so he needs to start slow
Yes.
is what you reckon.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a disappointing one for
No,
owners.
very.
Levi, 72. Will, 66. Oh, boy. You know what's great?
Sucks.
Not having Will in your team and having to watch him just...
How much better is it mentally not having Will
just
Ashcroft
go along
on
the
side?
train tracks.
Like, what's he at? So he's going to be priced at like low 90s next year. People will do it.
I don't think I'll be able to.
No, fuck no.
No. Bergman, 64, so probably time to go now.
Yeah, he got his money and fucked off for me, unfortunately.
Yeah, shit. He sort of just...
Well, he was playing for that contract, got that contract.
And he's gone...
Don't care now.
Yeah.
So he only had 11 centre bounces, which that's...
So...
No.
So
And
Horn
he
Francis
can't score
obviously
elsewhere.
got his CBAs.
Well, yes, that's a concern. So, look, that 90-point half last week was just one of the great kissings, obviously, and the Berg's gone for me.
Yeah,
See you later.
Fair. Kai Lohman, he was looking great at three-quarter time. Had a 35-point third quarter and then turned that into a -1 in the last. So, yeah. Not great.
Did you have him covering?
He was my coverage.
He was on field.
For
Well,
Baz.
58, like it could have been worse.
Oh, yeah.
Not much
just
worse.
Scores,
Well,
buddy.
no.
Just 20, 20 extra, mate. Please.
He could have got 13, mate.
He could have. That's true. And yeah, Hugh Jackson 30. So that's a bit of a stinker.
He might be dropped. Yep.
Yep. Saints Hawks. You want me to do that? Or you want
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't see any today.
So Wanger 145, 43 disposals and 6 marks, 3 behinds as well.
Yeah.
So it could have been way bigger. Had a massive second half. I can't actually. What was his second half? If I get it up, it was something incredible.
I just realised that this was last night's, not today's.
Yeah, it was. He had 52 in the last quarter, 31 in the third, so it was huge.
Looking at some of these scores, I don't really want to talk about it.
Yeah.
'Cause my rank plummeted here.
Yeah, my rank shot up here. So, but Braden Campbell from Sydney has tagged Dale to 90 2 weeks ago, and then Clark today to 46 in the last 2 weeks. Saints have them next week, so you probably think he goes to Wanger next week. But I'm not sure.
Can somebody fucking tag this bloke?
He's going to get tagged
Every
next
week. 30 kicks. The last 6 weeks, he's had 25 plus kicks.
Yeah.
He's St Kilda's only player. Can we just tag him? Please.
Well, you don't. I mean, Saints get beaten every week, so what's the point?
No, why would you? And he butchers it.
He had 33 kicks. I mean, That is fucked. But yeah, he's a great player.
No, he is. When it's 67%. Now I'm starting to think the Hawks they were giving it to him.
When you got 67%, having 43, it's still...
How many clangers is that? 15 plus?
Well, I don't know.
Look, this is just a non-owner speaking.
Yeah.
It's very good. And
Wipe away the tears, mate.
So, well, here's the thing. I could chase him this week, but it surely will be his first tag. Let's see how he handles it.
1.1 mil, so...
Let's see how he handles it.
So you're not gonna bring him in?
I don't think so.
Fuck, I hope he goes 130.
Well, as opposed to the last 6 130s he's dropped in a row.
What's his last 5?
125 or something.
It is.
Yeah.
126.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Marshall, 140. He also dominated in that last quarter and the second half. Yeah, 96-point second half.
Fucking hell.
That is...
Like, seriously, my rucks are it's just a piss take. If I keep him and don't bring in X has 190 against the Eagles, and Marshall comes out and gets shot in the first quarter.
Woe is me, mate. Come on.
He's going to get shot. He's due.
No.
He's due a hobble game.
He's got Grundy next week, but... Yeah. He'll be right.
He'll score 70.
He'll be fine.
Nah.
Meeky, 138, 59 hitouts if you don't mind.
Well, here's the thing. Rowan got fucked up in the run.
Oh, you're just...
He got Meeky.
You're just a sook, mate, honestly.
Meeky fucked him up. 138, 59 hitouts. And they won. I'm going to eat your heart out, Rowan.
Last 3 of 107 for Meeky.
Now I see why they're getting TDK.
He's been good. Steele, 130, fucking 15 tackles.
He is a shit player.
Look, you got to...
8 kicks. No.
Yeah, 8 kicks. Wow.
No.
5 marks as well. So
good score though.
It's
but
very, very good. Max Hall, 124. Apparently he's one of the top. He's one of the top-rated players in the game in like the last 6 weeks.
I mean, mate, he's had 27 and 3. He's a good player.
Yeah, he's very good. So,
yeah, unreal.
Rookie of the year almost. Bloody hell.
Well, actually, yeah, because he had a couple like 30s.
Yeah, he would have had a few stinkers.
He had a couple 30s after his bye. So if you held him through the bye and you get those, you're going, right, fuck off, mate.
Yeah.
88, 124 last 2.
Yeah.
So that is...
pretty good.
Yeah, unreal.
McRae, 123, had 10 tackles, last 3 of 105, and their run is about to get really nice.
Yes.
So, probably need to look to get him in, actually.
He tackles hard, similar to Steele.
Yeah.
Works hard, but he's looking a bit slow.
Yeah,
Just a little bit off the pace. I can see why the Saints sometimes struggle with those two.
Swans, Cats, D's.
But yes, you're right, the run.
Then North.
Oh, you need him.
Tigers,
as a forward.
Bombers.
No, 100%.
So.
Max Hall averaging 63, so we'll hold off on that rookie.
Yeah, fair enough. Sinclair, 92. He's getting cheaper and cheaper. What's he down to
He's getting
now?
shitter and shitter.
Yeah, he's been pretty fucking terrible. But we
Last 3, 78.
Yeah, wow.
So this is the cycle.
But
Sinclair,
it's when he has...
real sides, averages 80, drops down to 900k, plays a couple shit teams.
I reckon when...
Averages 130.
About round 20 when they play the D's.
Yep.
I think I'll be jumping on.
100%.
Yeah. But if you have him right now, that sucks.
Grimace shake.
Newcomb, 92. Yep, whatever.
Surprising, actually.
Dealmore, 71.
Yeah.
He's going to produce some of these.
Nah, that was bad advice, I think.
Yeah.
And Will Day's set to return the next couple weeks.
Oh, no. Yeah. Grim.
Gilmore's Nah.
Yeah. Grim.
Nah. That's bad. I regret that.
Yeah. Hasty, 69. So you've got him. So you take that. Take that if you had him as a red dot all year.
Oh, I tell ya. Massive.
That's actually... that is big.
And he took... Did you see his hang?
No, I didn't.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, he get up, did he?
He took a fucking clunk.
Oh, awesome.
Elite mark.
Okay.
So, yeah, and 60 not dominated like the last quarter. I swear he was almost like on ball for a bit. He was laying tackles.
Okay.
So, yeah, that is breathing life into my bench.
Yeah, he should probably...
I held him. He hasn't played since round 5.
Yeah,
he was vested in round 4 and 5.
Incredible.
So, you just got to have patience, mate.
Yep.
Good coaches have patience.
Okay. You're 4,500, mate. Taru, 63. Yeah, he's locked in their side as well. He's a gun. So
Yeah, he's good.
The old Flying Viking.
100%.
Sydney Freo. You want me to go with these?
Yes, yeah.
Oh.
I'd be guessing.
I sat on the couch all day today. So
Yeah.
Goulden 127. I mean,
Wow. I was a little gutted because I chucked a sneaky little Luke Jackson 2, Errol 30.
yeah.
It was about 15-1.
Oh, did he?
And I heard that Errol was on like 110 at three-quarter time.
He was.
And I was like, oh my God. And he'd had 19 touches.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah. He ended up, having 25.
25.
Because he stuffed the stat sheet.
7 marks,
Yeah.
8 tackles, 1 goal. And the goal was from like an advantage. It wasn't his free kick, but he snapped it from 40-odd. You know.
I saw him do the Jota celebration.
Yeah. It's no coincidence that Errol comes back into the Sydney side and they've got a couple of wins on the board, in my opinion.
No, it's zero surprise. Like
Yeah.
Mills comes in,
Yeah.
Goulden comes in. It's a couple
they're
of pretty
winning.
handy inclusions, isn't
Yeah.
it?
And they're just...
Who would have gone out? I literally don't think
You would
could name who went out.
You would not want to be playing the Swans in the last however many games are left if you need to get into finals.
No. Well,
I think they need to win
are they
all
still
their
a
games.
chance?
Yeah, I think they need to win the rest of their games or something.
holy fuck, I didn't know it was that bad.
Yeah.
Wow, so 9th, 10 and 6 has you out of the 8.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Remember when you used to just have to be up 50%?
Yeah.
So now what you need to go 14
It's
wins.
because
No,
the bottom
15
half
wins.
of the comp is so shit, mate.
Yeah, mate.
You got
There's
West
a
Coast
fucking
who
gap, isn't
literally
there?
give you wins. Who did we
Yeah.
even beat?
No, Sydney can't make it, can they?
Who did Eagles beat?
Saints.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know who we've got in 2 weeks' time? Next game at the Jeff, Saturday night. Blockbuster.
Oh, the Tigers.
Tigers.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that,
Massive.
actually.
Massive.
Couple beers that night, I
I
think.
tell you, if we don't win that, it's going to be... Because we're allowed to win that one and then just don't win another.
Nah, we'll win that. We'll win that. Anyway, off subject there. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Who cares about Sydney Freo?
Yeah,
Come on.
Brodie Grundy 113. He started really well with 39 points, and then sort of tapered off towards the end. Bit of a shit last quarter with 16, but I tell
Yeah.
you, he's been epic.
I was going to say, 113, smashed both my rucks.
Yeah.
Gorn, 89. Cherry, fucking 90.
Well, you're
Grundy-
just looking about your rucks here, mate.
No, but I'm just saying Grundy. We can't be saying, poor last quarter, 113. He's fucking dominating.
I'm just saying, you don't want to see a 16-point last quarter from your players, do you? You can't stand for that,
I'd
surely.
just like to see a ton of the rough. He's been very good.
Fair enough. Cheeksy 97. He must have had 13-3. No, 24-1, 6 tackles. So he actually looked quite good today, Cheeksy. He was very good.
Is he tackling now, Cheeks?
Yeah, Heaney 95.
Solid.
You didn't have a whole heap of it, actually.
Had 21, I
Yeah,
saw.
so, I mean, you still take that, I suppose. Not
No,
the
I'll
worst.
take it, but yeah, he's not a top 8.
Yeah, Mills 95. Yeah, I don't think his second half was fantastic. Yeah, because he was on 60 at half time.
Right.
And, dropped off. So I think he did have a few kick-outs, things like that.
7 kick-ins. Blakey only 4.
Yeah.
So finally we've got a bloke that has taken control over Blakey.
Well, he's a skipper, isn't he?
Yeah.
So-
And said, come on.
Mate, Blakey, the way he
Slide
goes
along
about
Liz.
it, he just stands there asking for a chip back and stuff. And then he gets upset if they
Slide
don't kick
along,
it to him.
Liz. Fucking hell.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
The lizard. Jackson 89. Honestly, yeah. This could have been more. This could have
Right,
been-
could it?
Yeah, just the way the way he goes about it.
Right, looks good.
Oh man, I think you need Jackson on your side.
Okay, because it's interesting. Because last week, obviously, you got to 100 with a 50, almost a 50-point last quarter.
Yeah.
He's been a 90 guy, doing the double rucks. Here he's 89.
Yeah.
But I guess he's baseline's a 90, 95, and then you've got upside.
So that last quarter, he had 10 points. I reckon he was almost the whole time up forward,
All right.
and they just couldn't get it to him.
All right. Can they keep playing Sean Darcy?
He looked.
I mean, I've just had a look at his game.
I don't want to say he looked and slow.
Grundy has dominated him.
Yeah, Grundy. Grundy was like running rings, literally like running rings around him.
So what was his? So his time on ground was up on so he was 67%.
Yeah,
Time on ground.
he's getting sold candy by his opposition ruckman. I'm telling you right now.
19 CBAs. Jackson. Okay, he had 13.
Yeah. Had a couple of
Interesting.
those would have been as a midfielder.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Yeah.
they must have been.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so no, Jackson's fine, but we want Darcy out because if he's out,
Oh, it's
gone.
massive.
It's on.
Yeah.
It's on.
Yeah.
He's a must-have.
Brayshaw, 85. Fuck. What's he?
He just is a bit of a pathetic player sometimes,
Because
isn't
I'll say it now. So,
So did he get tagged?
no. So Sarong got tagged to 46
Oh,
of
yeah.
the worst
Ah,
by Jordan.
Yeah.
And the issue is, if you're a Brayshaw owner, when Sarong's getting tagged,
Yeah.
and a Freo fan, you
Yeah.
need Brayshaw to stand up.
100%.
And honestly, he didn't.
No.
Like, there was a couple times
He
where,
can't have.
Warner's running off him at centre bounce.
Right.
Like,
We just had 24 touches. That's not good enough.
nah, it was poor.
Do you want to? I mean, you may as well mention Sarong now.
Yeah, Sarong.
Holy
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah. 46.
We
11 disposals, no marks, 3 tackles, got a goal as well.
Like,
I mean, fuck.
Here's the thing. Like we knew this was going to be the case,
Justice.
but maybe I think even most pessimistic takes wouldn't have had it being this bad.
No,
So
it's
obviously,
really bad.
post bye, he's gone 146, 137.
Yeah.
62, 46.
Yeah.
So you're the opposition. Right, I don't tag Sarong and he'll have 38, kick 2, 3 Brownlow votes.
Yeah.
If I do, he will literally roll over into the fetal position
Yes.
and cry for 2 hours. Like, I thought Dacos was a pissant.
I think he's worse than
Mate.
Dave. And to be
Way
honest,
worse.
I
Later tackle as well.
I don't think Jordan was cheat tagging him. So
Oh, that's even worse.
yeah. So I,
Legit tag by James Jordan. So now the funny thing is he's averaging well under 100. He's averaging like
94.
since the bye.
Oh, since the bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
I think it's like, well, not well under. It's like 97 and 98.
Yeah, wow.
So,
So he wasn't a good pick. Nah.
well,
It was
if
still
you
good.
if you took those two scores
And then traded.
and jumped,
Genius.
especially last week was the week to jump. He was 1.05.
Yeah.
He lost 50k this week.
But it was totally understandable, obviously. Like, you get those 2 massive scores, you're never going to trade him. So
No, but you saw what happened last week and you knew what was coming.
yeah.
He just get rid of him.
Yeah, Nod 85, McInerney 70. McInerney been all right, so that's probably
Yeah, no, he'd
disappointing.
been in a draft. Yeah, just a draft.
Shy Bolton in his
Okay.
150th was pretty disappointing. I don't think he would have done nothing in the first couple quarters. So
Typical Shy Bolton.
yeah, and then tell ya, Jordan Clark also got tagged to 46 by Braden Campbell. So
Wow. Wouldn't have been on my bingo card 2 weeks ago. I'll tell you that. Braden Campbell shutting blokes out.
yeah, well, because I thought he was a halfback, but he's gone half forward.
No, I always thought he was like wing.
Yeah.
I thought, yeah. Anyway,
Elite left foot, they always used to say, but fuck, now he's just tagging halfbacks. So, yeah, he's coming for Wanger next week, you'd have to assume.
come on, son.
Yeah. And then finally, Roberts was the sub, and he scored 36. Yeah.
Grim.
Yeah.
Grim.
And finally, speaking of grim, Adelaide versus Melbourne.
Was it no good?
Just like,
It was the whole week. How do you have the whole top 8 like
Yeah.
basically play the bottom 8?
like fair
Whatever
play,
it was.
Melbourne in the first half put it to them, but then they tried to play like keepy off and just chip it around the back half. And then
They are just a boring.
Adelaide got on top, got in front,
Yeah.
and then I swear in the last 10 minutes it happened again, and they just started like
I did
playing
notice
keepy off.
late in the game there didn't seem much
You would have
urgency.
seen a lot of the scores for Adelaide players and stuff, I reckon, sort of drop off. And
Right.
it was just fucking disgusting. But Rankin was not disgusting. He scored 100, and I think, what did he kick?
5.
Yeah, could have been 6. He was pretty late. But yeah, I think you said it's a bit of a kissing, to be honest. 'cause-
Yeah. Again, so he's clearly back to being mainly forward, I assume.
Yeah.
7 centre bounces.
Yeah,
So it's kind of like their secret weapon if they need to throw him in the midfield.
Yeah.
But if they can keep him forward, they will.
fantasy-wise, yeah, it's a little
hurts us.
little concerning.
Oh, it's more than that.
Yeah. Cozzy Pickett, 95. He took a bit of a hanger as well. I mean, he's just a great player to
great
watch.
player. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Dawson, 90. Was it 94 in the end? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I think he got a tackle after the siren.
Yeah, so fuck, yeah.
Like 25 touches, 7 tackles, 4 marks for 94.
Yep, so he had a 37-point first term, 9
Yeah.
points in the second,
Yep.
40 in the third, and then
Yep.
8 in the last.
3 frees against.
Yeah.
That's not good enough.
Man, it was
Did
just
he get tagged? No?
Oliver was running with him. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, but it's just one of those. It was one of those games. It was disgusting. Seriously disgusting stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Gorn 89. Yeah, there's one point where he went down injured.
Nah.
Got back on, but
No. That's not good enough.
Rob's a tough matchup, mate.
No. Yeah, and do you know who it wasn't a tough matchup for? Brody Grundy.
Yep. He
Put
scored
23 touches, 35 disposals, and like 125 in his head.
one. Yeah.
And Max gives me 25 hit-outs for Max.
Got beaten
5 marks, 16 touches, 89.
comprehensively.
Consecutive 89s. Genius of you not owning Max.
Yep.
Should have traded him. Oh, he plays X next week. We're back.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Petrarca 70. Yeah, already spoken about him. Just a fucking...
Loser.
Yeah, he's shit. And finally, Dan Curtin 50. Yeah. Hope
Yeah,
no
not
one
a
jumped
fan.
on there.
Yeah, not a fantasy guy.
Yeah, but he's a
But
good
will
player.
be a good player.
Yeah, for sure.
100%.
So what shits you, mate?
What shits me, and I'm fucking sick of this, and I think we can all just come together as a community and agree that we're all sick of Geelong's bullshit.
Yep. No.
Just
Absolutely.
a bunch of losers. And they will look at us and say, we're a bunch of losers. And they might have some points here and there, but just fucking name your side. So apparently they knew that Baz was out, not going to play at least the day before.
Yeah.
Just name him out.
Yeah.
No, it's serious. It's
not
actually
right.
no. It's pathetic.
I think, as you said,
It's pathetic.
We're playing Richmond here, boys. Like,
it's pathetic. You shouldn't be able to name someone up also when you know they're not out. Like the AFL needs to somehow crack down, because I know in other codes it's a bit stricter with, like you've got an actual injury report that you've got to.
it's interesting because we're both
Stick to.
quite into like the Premier League, right? And you don't see the team sheets until an
an
hour.
so that's different.
Yeah.
But in your NFL, like you've got a strict injury list. You kind of know who's out, what's the go.
Yeah, yeah.
If they've training, etc. And here we've just got Geelong purposely withdrawing blokes an hour before the game,
Nah, it's shit
taking the
ass.
piss with it. So fucking I'm over them.
Yeah.
I really am.
Yeah, it's a joke. What shits me, mate, is well, I reckon I would have said it last year. I reckon you said it last year. I think we probably both said it this year already. But paying up for players in a trade and they just drop a stinker on you. Yeah, I brought in Caldwell when there were probably other guys in the 900s that were just much better value, but scored way better than him as well. So yeah, just shits me that.
It's funny how it always just works out like that. Like people chase Whitfield after his good early scores.
Yeah.
Stinker after stinker.
Yeah,
The only guy. So if I had to chase NWM, he would have stunk it up. Is that what that means?
well, I don't know. Like, it's just probably not, but it just hurts way more when you pay up for someone. And
100%.
there were guys in the 900. Like, Caldwell was a good pick, but at the same time, there were other guys.
Depending on if you already had Bont and Merritt, but Butters,
guys like that.
Yeah.
They were value. So tell you, Caldwell needs to get up this week, and he needs to.
I mean, seriously, I would have thought that was like the safest pick.
Yeah.
You could make.
Yeah.
And I still think he would have been okay. Like, I still think he would have been 90s and then bounce back next week against Tigers. So it's fingers crossed he's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Sucks though.
Trades, but it's probably a bit of a tough one, isn't it, right now?
Yeah, no. But my early thoughts, I don't know. I should have really looked when DPP's around the corner, because I really need. I'm assuming Johnson from Essendon, because I know he was halfback.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he's still playing there, because I would love him to get defensive position to finally free up my utility. Okay. So I haven't had that, which has made things really hard to flip things around. The two I'm looking at are probably Doc and Bergman out, and I've got 600k or 550k, so it's literally take your pick. Now, I probably could go chasing Baz, but just a sick part of me wants to take that on.
Okay, yeah, that is kind of sick, but fair play.
Like, I don't know. Does he get tagged? I think Holmes probably gets tagged. So anyway, because the guys I'm looking at is Butters for a bit of value.
Yeah.
And then, look, I am looking at NWM. But I don't know.
Yeah, you got to look at him.
Yeah, he's averaging 125 in his last 5.
I genuinely think...
That's going to be the paying up, though, and he's going to drop a stinker. It's going to happen.
Yeah, it's a really tough one, because I could see him not being affected by it at all, but also... imagine paying up for him when he gets tagged to like a 70.
Finally. I would have been waiting for it all year. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Okay. My trades. I can't really make much comment on, but someone like Jack Martin's enticing to get in as maybe a 23rd if that's possible. But there's a couple rookies obviously that are decent value that maybe someone like Lohman could go to.
Okay. So
Things like that.
a rookie switch and then a fix up.
Yeah. Or do you
just go double
swap?
sideways?
Yeah, I might go double sideways. To be fair, there's probably a couple guys that need to move on.
Yep. Okay.
Mailbag.
Yes. Just lastly, the community this game shits me. MJ said traded in Kennedy last week and Caldwell this week. Effing luxury trades. Well, there you go. Like Kennedy and Caldwell. Top dollar for what?
Yeah. As I said.
What a joke. Can't be too unhappy with 23.73 though. So he got you.
He got me by 10.
Yep.
Fucking hell.
I thought you'd won the week. Riley Noble said DPP was locked. Needed Olga. Who is Olga? ALGR. Is this a rookie I haven't missed? And he pulled out an 8. Who scored 8? What am I missing here? Cheers, mate. Needed Olga to...
He scored 8. Jasper Olga.
Who the fuck is Jasper Olga?
We spoke about him last week.
Oh, was he Brisbane?
No, he's Tigers. He scored 60.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, because we're like, who do they play next week?
Oh, yeah.
And there was like July. I can't, yeah. Well.
8 of the worst.
Yeah, I mean... Oh, okay. So, yeah, and his Baz trade was locked. Yeah, I just got lucky that wasn't locked or I would have copped a 13.
Yeah.
So that sucks. Nathan Russell said, traded out Merritt last week, so sucked in me, I guess. Baz laid out, shits me. Get off the drugs, mate. Well, yeah, I've said there could be something fishy there. Love your work, legends. Keep it up.
Thanks,
you,
mate.
legend.
Cheers.
Mr. T said 22.92, but to say I've got a few passengers would be an understatement. It kind of feels that because, like, at this point when we don't really have rookies on, they all should be proper players that we'd like to think are at least 90 plus.
Yeah.
With top, you should be 2400s at this point of the year.
Yeah. Okay.
Really. So 2200s, and that's putting you up in rank. It's just,
mental.
Some bad scores. The West Aussie said, this game shits me. Oh, no, here we go. AFL fantasy bugs that won't let you edit trades to change the ins and out, resulting in a donut. Lucky I'm not a great coach and chasing a hat or a car. 21.96 with a Baz donut. Hopefully no other coaching cop the bug out there that we're in the running. Well, number one...
That's the old, like, where you go to reverse or, like, edit the trade and swap the positions.
We've all been there where you can't, especially using a utility, if they're a different position, even though it's a utility, you can't fucking trade them.
Yeah, and if you're on your phone, it's, like, it's impossible.
Yeah.
If you're on your laptop or your PC, you might be able to do it.
I think we can all agree the feeling when you're editing a trade and you get that trade successfully edited.
Yeah.
And you just go, because you're sitting there expecting, here we go, like I'll get some fucking error code. It is annoying. But also West Aussie maybe get some cover on the bench as well because we're asking for rolling lockout to go. And it would have been a donut, regardless.
Yeah, true.
Rolling lockout's the only save there. So we do still need to have some cover there.
Yep.
I got lucky that Hasty came back in defence.
Yeah.
Hawker said, they say first round of the buys, you find out about how your team is... Oh, first round out, coming out of the buys, you find out how good your team is really travelling. I want to go back to the buy rounds. And I did see one last one in the Discord before we finish. He said, fuck Bailey Smith and fuck the Geelong Football Club. If they don't pull their patented late out shenanigans, then I don't cop a donut in the forward line. I don't end up trading in that bronze shit cunt Jai Caldwell. I also don't end up captaining Jordan Dawson for a 90. Oh no, my overall rank of 500 has blown out to 1800. Only 4 tons from my team. Absolute fraud. Season over. 500 to 1800. That is so many points. He would have been.
He must have scored like.
He would have been like 200 points ahead of you before the round. This game sucks sometimes, doesn't it?
That's bad.
That sucks. And on that note, we'll call it.
We might call it there. Yeah.
Yeah, good fun.
No, it was good. It's best 22's much better.
Oh, I enjoy it.
Yeah,
I enjoy
and
it.
9 games. Hopefully not as much overlapping.
I think they're still running with it. So I don't know. We'll see next week. But
Might have to get used to it then.
anyway, hopefully we get some better scoring
Yeah.
all round and see some 2400s, maybe even a 2500 pumped out next week.
Fingers crossed, mate.
See you then, legends.
See you guys.